Prepared meals versus fresh meals. Which is the best? Hello and welcome to my channel, Jon Sheppard Fitness. And today, as you can see by the title, it says prepared food versus fresh food. Which is the best? If you don't know much about what prepared food is or prep food, it's basically food that you do in a big bulk, like on usually on a Sunday, and it lasts you for the whole week. You put it in the fridge and the freezer, so you don't have to cook for the rest of the week, and you just warm it up. And fresh food is basically cooking fresh food when you want it, and that's it basically. But which is best, prepared food or fresh food? Well, I'm going to do the good points and the bad points on both. So first with the prepared food and the good points. The good points about prepared food is obviously it's convenience. Once you've done it all, you know you don't have to cook for the rest of the week. You just have to bung it in the microwave and it's done. Also, you know how much you're spending each week and you know what meals you're doing. Also, it's good for your macro counting. Obviously, you know you don't have to weigh out anything. You don't have to weigh anything over the week. You know what nutrients you're taking. You know what everything. You just know everything on that day. You just got one day where it's all the work's got to be done, and then it's easy. The rest of the week you don't have to worry about food for the rest of the week. The bad points. The bad points about prepared food is you're gonna have one day in your week, probably half a day or even longer, where you're gonna be cooking straight, and you're gonna have basically Tupperware boxes all over the kitchen, and that's all you'll be doing. Another bad point about it is you're going to probably get bored of eating the same food. I know you can vary the food, but then that's another disadvantage, because then you'll be cooking even longer, doing separate meals for separate days, and it will take you forever to do. So if you're just doing like what you'd see on pictures all the time of the rice, chicken and peas, or rice, chicken and cauliflower, that's what you'll be eating basically every day, unless you want to spend longer time in the kitchen and do different meals. Another bad point, and probably the worst point of them all, is the food quality will not taste as good when you have cooked it. Obviously, when you cook it straight away, you're eating it, so it tastes the best. But the ones when you put in the fridge, obviously they'll be okay. But the ones in the freezer later on the week, and when you warm up in the microwave, they won't taste as good. Obviously, we all know that chicken's quite a dry meat, especially when you're chopping it up, and even when you have it whole. If unless you're a very good cook, it's going to be dry, and also veg is going to be reheated, and rice is not that nice reheated either. So the quality is not going to be as good. And I've heard that also nutrients can be lost when heating food. Again, obviously when you cook food, you're going to lose some nutrients, different, like for instance, when you cook veg, you lose nutrients actually when you boil it. If you steam it, you keep more nutrients. There's a little tip for you. So obviously when you're reheating stuff, the nutrients are gonna, a few nutrients are gonna come out, not loads. I don't know the actual scientific data of it, but if you look on any nutrition site, the basic nutrition sites, right, they will tell you when you cook stuff in certain things and certain ways, you can lose nutrition value by doing that. And plus, I was once a qualified chef, and I had to actually do that, and actually had to learn about how you cook things, you know, and temperatures and all that. Plus, another bad point is, if we've all had microwave meals, and you know when you forget to mix it around after around halfway through, sometimes you forget, the rice gets all sticks together, the veg is, you know, it just doesn't taste as nice, and you know, anyway, so there's the points to that. Now let's go on to fresh food. The good points about fresh food. Fresh food, obviously, you cannot beat it for taste. When you cook something and you eat it straight away, it's going to taste the best. You cannot disagree with me on that. Also, the nutrients are going to be the best they can probably get. Another thing is, you can pick and choose what you want to eat. You know, you don't have to stick to the same stuff, and you can basically eat what you want and have a nice variety of meals every day for the week, and not the same boring stuff. The bad points: when you're going to buy the food, obviously it could cost more, it could cost the same, it could cost less, but it's going to be all over the place unless you're very strict and have a budget. And because obviously, if you're choosing a wide range of food, you're going to spend more money. Another bad point: wastage. Wastage is really, really bad, because obviously you're going to buy, if you're doing a weekly shop and you cook something one day, and then the next day you get home and you fancy, like, you can't be bothered to cook, so you order takeaway, or you have, you know, or go out for a meal. That food, unless it's frozen food, that's another day spoiled. So if you've got fresh food, if you have fresh veg, or you've opened the chicken and it's only got a sell-by date on for a couple of days, you know you've then only got one day to eat that. And then plus, if you've bought other meat and other stuff, you know, you'll have that time when you're going to be like, uh-oh, I've got too much stuff, how am I going to eat it all? And you probably end up chucking away. Trust me, I've done it a lot with meat. I've done it a lot. I've done it with veg, a hell of a lot of fresh veg, loads, stuff like onions and, you know, lettuces. You know, like you feel like have a salad and you buy a load of lettuce and that. Anyway, and the main point of the bad points of this is cheating. Yes, obviously, because you haven't got no food ready for you to bung in the microwave, it gives you more of an option to go and cheat on yourself and have a cheat meal. You know, if you can't be bothered, maybe it's a Saturday night, and then your mates ask, oh, do you fancy like a night out? Obviously, you're gonna put something quick and crappy in, or you're gonna go to McDonald's, have a McDonald's, and you know, you're just gonna wreck your whole diet, where you wouldn't do that properly unless it's a cheat day with your prepared food. But which one do I choose? Which one do I do? Well, when I first started out, I prepared food. I swear by it, right? But I obviously found the downsides a lot worse, and I ended up having 3 or 4 meals in the freezer. I like the fresh ones I had, but then the freezer ones, I I had one, and it just doesn't taste the same. It just you know, it just doesn't taste the same. And also, it's, unless you are at home, it's very hard to take them with you. I obviously work outside, so I haven't got a microwave to heat up, so you have to think about meals that you can eat on the go as well, which is a pain. But so what I used to do is I used to do prep meals for like two to 3 days, because I know they'd last in the fridge, and I'll have prep meals where I could take out with me and warm up, sort of stuff like couscous, pasta. I know you can eat rice cold, but it's not nice with rice and chicken. And I didn't put the veg in a lot of it, because you don't eat cold veg like broccoli, do you? And that's what I did. But the further along I've been training, I've more got into my cooking when I want to, and obviously because it tastes nicer and I can choose what I want. And I'll tell you why I'm still doing that, because what the benefit is of cooking fresh is you can eat what you want, when you want, how you want, any time of the day, anywhere, and as long as you're strict with yourself, you shouldn't need to cheat. Because no matter if you've got prepared food or fresh food, if you're going to cheat, you're going to cheat. So it doesn't make any difference really. And this is the main reason why, and this is why I don't get people who prepare food, because I've thought about it, and right, you're there for hours cooking this food on a Sunday, right, wasting your time cooking this food for hours, right, and then you put some in the thing, and of course they'll have to be microwaved. So you got to put them in the microwave for at least 6 minutes if they're, you know, like in the fridge. If they're frozen, 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes. Now here's my point. Now you go into the kitchen now, cut some chicken up, right? Boil some rice, cook some peas. They will all cook in 10 minutes. You can buy rice that can cook in 10 minutes. You can cook chicken, diced chicken in 10 minutes, right? You can cook a steak in 10 minutes, you know, and peas take 10 minutes, you know, if you do it obviously properly and have it boiling water already. So you gotta think, is preparing food for hours and hours and hours and then putting in the microwave any quicker? If you put down the time ratio, no, it's not. It's actually, you actually waste more time preparing food and reheating it than you do just cooking it. And that is why I think fresh food will always be better than prepared food. Anyway, let me know what you do if you have prepared food, if you do your prepared food, if you cook on the go with fresh food, or are you one of them rich gits who has food bought for them and it's already prepared for you, which cost about 200 quid for the week? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you like this video. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you don't miss any of my other content, and give me a thumbs up. You know, I'm here to help you, you know, and just message me, comment on down below if you're a new subscriber. And I'm one of them people who I watch quite a lot of YouTube, so if obviously your channel's interesting, I'll probably watch it as well and subscribe to you. So anyway, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.